Hi everyone, thanks again for joining me here today at my Piano Pizzazz tutorial. I'm working on the book, The Perfect 10, Book 4, and today we're going to be going through the song Stargazer, which is a ballad. A ballad is a beautiful singing, flowy song. Sometimes it's a poem put to music. I think that you'll find that this one is very legato and very expressive, and it's one of my favorites in the book, so I hope that you enjoyed as much as I do. A few things that you'll notice when working on Stargazer is that it's in 3/4 time signature. All right, so 3 beats in each measure. You're going to want to count out the beats. There's a lot of quarter notes, okay, so there's not a lot of really tricky rhythms or anything to worry about. We do have the eighth notes that are very flowy in the left hand. So we have continuous eighth notes, not just 2, but like, groups of 3 of the 2 eighth notes together. So 1 and 2 and 3 and very flowy all, all the way through. So you're going to also notice that the pedal markings start out the song, but then it says simile after that. So it only gives you the pedal markings for the first 3 measures, and then it just expects you to continue in that same fashion or the same way. So it looks like you're going to lift the pedal on the downbeat of each measure. Okay, so it'll be pretty easy to follow that flow. You're also going to see the 8 VA sign, which you're going to be running into that on the the third page, page 10, where it goes up an octave higher for like 3 measures or 4 measures, and so you'll want to work on that. It does that same thing again at the end. On page 11, it goes up very high for the end of the song, okay? So you'll want to practice on that. Now, the main thing that I wanted to discuss about the song is the key signature, okay? So the key signature is where you have sharps or flats, or maybe no sharps or flats if you're in the key of C, at the beginning of the song. So if you'll notice, the song begins in 3 flats, okay? So right at the beginning of the song, you'll see it has the 3 flats. So that's assuming that you know the key of E flat and the flats that you're going to be using. So I've got some little erasers here I grabbed, so I was going to show you, make it kind of visible on the computer here. So you can see I'm going to put an E flat is going to be have an eraser on it, A flat, and B flat. So we've got 3 flats that you have to assume automatically are going to be using on the black keys, okay? So you're gonna have the E is flat, so you won't be playing E natural unless it marks as a natural, okay? So you got E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C, D, E flat. That is the scale that this song is based on, okay? So you're gonna want to familiarize yourself with that scale. All right, so that you hear what that sounds like, and you're gonna hear if you hit the wrong note automatically. All right, there's also a key change. So you'll notice at the top of page 9, here at the end, it has a series of triplets going up. We'll talk about that in a minute. But see how it naturalizes all of those flats that we had over here at the beginning? So that's called a key change. So from this measure on, right here, measure 21, for the next several measures, it's going to be in the key of C. So you're not going to have to worry about those flats. It changed to the key of C. Then over here, notice it's going to change back. So it goes back to those flats. Okay, so that's another key change. All right, so most of you have not really done key changes. That's an element in music that's above and beyond. It makes your music even more beautiful, and I think that you'll like the way the writer put that into this song. Now, I was going to mention about the triplets here. Okay, so the triplets are what's going to take you into the key signature, a change. All right, so you're going to be trying to crescendo as you're doing the triplet. So that's going to take a little bit of extra effort. On the top of page 9, you're going to see that it does that. And then I think that's the main part. That's probably one of my favorite places right there. So you're going to want to work on those triplets as you're crescendoing. Also, I had brought out just a simple song. It's one that I'm having some of my students do here for Halloween. It looks like a fairly easy song, like you wouldn't have to be in piano real long to be able to play those notes. It looks really easy, right? But when you look at the key signature, keeping in mind that you have to make all three of those flats appear into the song, it makes the song quite a bit harder, okay? So I'm gonna be looking forward to seeing who's gonna spend the extra time this month on Stargazer to make it beautiful in the key of E flat, okay? So normally when you're in the key of C, F, G or something like that, your hands spend most of their time on the white notes and just occasionally you have a black note. But on this song, your hand position is gonna be more up into the black keys, okay? So I'm gonna position this where you can see it maybe a little bit better. Okay, all right, so you can see my hands maybe a little bit higher. Okay, so I'm going to play the song for you here so you can see how I want you to work on it. Okay, the fingering can be adjusted here at the beginning. I don't really prefer the finger numbers that are used. I use a 5, 2, 2 and put my 1 under. But that's all going to be determined on how big your hand is and what feels comfortable for you. Okay. I hope you enjoy working on that this month. You may not be super successful at first because it is a harder key signature, but you can be exposed to the key. You can try working on the notes that are a little bit harder, trying to remember to make them flat. I would go through the music and highlight all of those B's, the E's, and the A's. Okay, those are the ones you're going to have to automatically lower to the black note below it. All right, so I hope that you will get into the expressiveness of the piece. It kind of reminds me of like a graduation song or something that kind of reflects back. You might think of it as being like you're in a space simulator and you're cruising through the outer space and seeing all the stars. It's called Stargazer. So just think about what comes to mind when you hear the music, and you can be your own movie maker and be the music behind the creation. All right, so enjoy working on it this month, and I hope that you will be successful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next lesson. Okay, bye-bye.